morning and welcome to Rob and Suzi's allotment adventure. I don't know what number it is, probably about 16 I think. It is the 8th of June and we'll give you a bit of a tour. It's been 3 or 4 weeks since the last one. Busy doing fishing, etc. Got up here and planted a few things this morning, bit of weeding. There's always something to do. I'll give you a quick wander down the plot. We've got the pears are forming. We had a little bug on there when the young pears were forming, and we've lost about 3/4 of it. They all went black and fell off. So we weren't sure what it was, but we've still got a few on there. Wildlife area looking wild. The pond, I've seen a little froglet in there today when I was tidying up. So that's the first one that I've seen in there of its own accord. We did drop one in a couple of weeks ago because somebody found one in their cold frame and they didn't like them. So I went and rescued that. Popped it in the pond, hoping it's going to tell its friends and family. Hopefully ready for next spring. We might get some frog spawn, toad spawn. This is where I'm going to be weeding later on, hopefully. Try and get the wildlife area is going to go to where those sleepers are and those flowers that I've transplanted will stay in. All these, sorry about the wind, you can hear me still. All these thistles will be going, tidy up these pebbles. Put these courgettes in today. I've been told, never grown courgettes, I've been told that they grow like mad and you have too many courgettes, but we'll wait and see. Sweetcorn, grown in a grid because they're wind pollinated, so they have to blow across to the next one to pollinate. Hope the wind isn't too strong. You can still hear me. The main crop potatoes going good. We've got the second earlies with a couple of stragglers over there, a couple of no-shows. And we've put some dwarf French beans in this morning. Now that is a carrot in there. It's a sacrificial carrot. Hopefully the slugs are going to gnaw on the carrot and leave the beans alone, because I don't do slug pellets. In there we have radishes, which I don't like, but my mum does. So they're radishes that I sowed a fortnight ago, and the other side is beetroot, which aren't showing as well, but I'm sure they will. Some lettuce in here, again with a sacrificial carrot, and a homemade beer trap. My brother's got a pub, so I've got limitless beer slops, and the slugs crawl in there, and I'm afraid they die, but they die a happy drunk death. It's just a fact of allotmenting. A bare bed, which I think is going to be purple sprouting broccoli and leeks. Maybe tomorrow I can figure out some sort of netting to put over them. Oh, Mr. Bed, there's my early potatoes, just starting to flower. Should be some to harvest in a couple of weeks. Onions are going well. Need a bit of weeding, but I've sown carrots up the middle, and there are signs up there of some carrots germinating, so I have to be very careful weeding at the moment. So I'm going to just let the carrots come up better, and then I can weed in between. Soft fruit area still hasn't got a cage because I'm a lazy git. and I'm also trying to find a reasonably priced meshing to go on it, because you can soon spend a flipping fortune. That's where the brassica cage is going. That's the roof frame. Brassica cage is at work, hopefully getting mended next week. And the strawberries, look at that, fantastic. I lost a lot of them early on when it was still wet to tiny little slugs coming up from in the soil and burrowing away in them and eating them from the bottom up. But hopefully I think they've diminished a bit now, it's a bit drier. There's a homemade slug trap, just a plastic container with a lid that's full of beer, or half full of beer, and they climb in there through the slots. You can see got some slots in there, fill the beer up to the level of the slot, and they crawl in there, and they unfortunately pass away, as is life. Apple tree, lovely little apples this year, hopefully, because last year was a bit of a disaster. They all fell off, rotted and died. Got some climbing beans here, sown from the pods that I saved from last year's ones. They're going to go on the sweet corn plants. I'm going to climb up the sweet corn. It worked really well last year. Tomatoes finally put in. This on the left here is going to be mirrored on that side when I take this table out. Obviously this has got all my seedlings in. This needs to come out to give me room to put the remaining tomatoes in, but we've had a bit of a decimation overnight, because I watered here last night and something's got in and chewed the top off my cauliflowers and what else, red cabbage. Look, they've just, for no reason at all, they've come along. I think it's a little mouse or a vole. I can't really think what the hell heck it can be apart from that, because the slug wouldn't eat it, wouldn't chew it off and then not eat it. It would eat these succulent leaves, but they've just chewed them off and left them. Look, the top's gone off that one. I don't know whether they'll recover or not. Suzi will not be bothered because she doesn't like red cabbage. But she likes cauliflower, and it's done for the cauliflowers as well. But the Savoy cabbage, which even though it's quite leggy, they haven't touched those. Strange. Right, that's the end of my quick tour. I'm gonna go back home and have some dinner, I think, and then pop back later and see if I can dig through that other bed, put some netting over those other beans, because the pigeons I think might have them. We have a real pigeon problem on here, lots of them, and they decimate everything. I've seen other allotmenters. We've got a lot of new people on here this year, which is good, but they obviously haven't done it before, because I saw some that they've planted Brussels sprouts and they were stripped overnight and came back the next day to some stalks, and the pigeons on here are voracious. They just decimate everything. Hey ho, as it's life, there's nothing you can do apart from put some netting over or some mesh of some sort. That's the way it goes. Right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share it please with your friends and family. We'll see if we can grow this a bit. Right, thanks again. Bye.